as a larger institution, how do you see what and how these smaller set of banks who are predominantly present in the district level or cooperative level working, and how can they leverage on this kind of a technology with an institution like yours to take the banking to the last mile unbanked population?
Two things. One is that first step, I'll straight away, without going into all the analytics that goes into understanding the marketplace as it is. First is that the level of basic technology is the first hurdle that must be crossed. The cooperative banks and the regional rural banks or the other form of money lending and deposit collection that is there is either in a primitive mode of banking or deliberately they don't want to. Cooperative banks are considered as, a lot of unethical practices happening there and so on and so forth. So the first step that we are taking, in fact, I am on the board of a couple of companies which are helping automation and computerization of this, because unless you have that ecosystem like what our Prime Minister is telling, unless the broadband connectivity is there up to the basic level, how do you have a digital payment ecosystem? It won't happen. And how do you, if smartphone prices do not drop, how do you think that, and trust me, it is a myth to say that poorer people do not know how to use smartphones. They are very, very savvy. They keep on using it. You will have to bring that common denominator-based user experience to that. So first is that what we used to call, when we were young officers in the bank, we used to call it line assignment. In IAS, it is called field assignment. Even today, if you talk to a central government secretary, he will tell when I was in the field, meaning he was a district collector or a sub-divisional magistrate or something. We're connecting with the people. And with us, there was mandatory 4 years minimum, rural and semi-urban, where we have to go and work in those areas. Those are invaluable experiences which has given us those startup kind of mindset. So people, stakeholders like you must spend some time there to understand, because the way lending happens there, inclusion happens there, deposit taking happens there is totally different from what is discussed in the boardrooms of corporates. So understand the local business model, the cultural ethos. I always tell that agile, as is discussed in the laboratories of ING Bank or in the boardroom of a BBVA bank, is different from India, because in India culturally we are multitaskers. We do 5 things together, whereas agile is meant for unifocused people like Western people who do not want to do 2 things together, 3 things together. They want to do only 1 thing. So first, understand the cultural aspect. Second is that building the minimalistic model of computerization in these cooperative banks and other things, because they will be the important intermediaries and vehicles of financial inclusion. Third is that risk management system, because most of it I see will be driven either by completely automated customer endpoints like POS machines and ATMs, or low-end touch points like banking correspondents. Now we are, driving banking correspondents to become low-end bankers who can do basic lending, who can do basic KYC, who can do basic Aadhaar onboarding, who can do a deposit. So if you can innovate around technology for these low end but front facing intermediaries, that is this place to begin with.
Well, sir, very rightly said, and hence the very first step that we did was to understand the problem on the ground and bring and innovate the technology for the BCs. So right now, with the bank which we are working in India, this is a bank based out of Satara, Mandeshi Bank. We have enabled 7 branches with the agents, and now they are going with 25 more such agents as a branchless banking concept. This is in India, and then in Africa we have enabled almost 7,000 plus agents with the basic handsets and basic technology in place. And as you are rightly saying, there are certain risk things involved as a banker, as a banking institution. We have somehow solved that problem. But the biggest challenge that we are facing now is, if we go to a larger organization, the very first question comes is, where have you implemented this solution? Number one. Number two comes is, that can you do the legwork, for which again we are ready, but the direction of taking the solution now to the next level is something where, yes, a startup like us faced certain challenges. Otherwise, from the BC perspective, from the agent perspective, yes, we have a ready platform, a solution where any number of service from the bank without exposing to the CBS can be integrated, can be aggregated, and can come entirely as a digital transaction set.
I'm so sorry, I'll have to cut it short. Because
No, but I'll briefly answer
Yeah.
it because he has asked the question. Yes, that is indeed a problem because we look for track record. It is a chicken or egg kind of a situation. You'll have to keep knocking at it, but there is a real need. So, Pranav, I think we can connect them to our financial inclusion group. And we are doing some technology there. But again, because of this problem, who is laughing their ways to the bank is the intermediaries and system integrators. You do the real technology, but they make the cream. Let us see what we can do. I know this problem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.